What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Epic Entertainment Critics. I'm Antoine.
And I'm still James.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about a little movie news, man. I mean to do this every week, and I always never get around to it. But we got some up and coming movies coming out, and we want to kind of like do our takes on the movies that we like that's coming out. So the first movie that I want to really kind of touch on was that now the Fast and Furious got a Fast 10, and they got your girl Brie Larson in there. I want to get your thoughts on that. That's the newest member to the to the family. We just gonna call them the family.
I want to make this very clear. All right, I don't think Brie Larson is a bad actress.
Right.
I think she knows how to do the work, but I think she gets a lot of her jobs for an energy that she brings with her, and I am not a big fan of that energy.
Yeah.
I think this franchise already has too much of that energy.
I know. And you know what? And they was like adding Brie Larson, and like, is that supposed to excite me? I don't know. They don't need more characters. We already got enough machismo. We got enough beautiful women.
Like, also, is there enough room for Letty and whoever Brie Larson's character is going to be to be the alpha female? Because they both play alpha females.
Yeah, but I'm thinking, and I'm not 100% sure, that she's going to be Brian's sister. So, I mean, I guess she favored him enough to believe that's believable.
I mean, yeah.
You know, it ain't like, you know, somebody that don't look nothing like him.
It's
like
bad enough to have one instance of, oh, yeah, we never told you, but so-and-so had a sibling that we never talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the thing is, he could have had siblings. I mean, we never met his family. We didn't know his real family. We didn't know if he had brothers or sisters.
You know, so, I mean.
Which, you know what I'm saying? Any of them could have a brother or sister.
Didn't he and Roman meet in, like, foster care, or was it juvie?
I think he said they grew up together. Okay. They were just friends, though.
Okay.
They was like high school friends.
All right.
And they got in trouble a lot together. And then the whole thing was they got in trouble. Ron went to jail, and Brian went to
the only thing I remember,
the
only thing I remember Brian ever saying about his family was that his dad was an asshole.
Right, but I was, if you go back, I don't know, on 7, before that was the last one Paul Walker was in, and he was like, "Yeah, remember that time in what's that? What you do before you graduate? Prom." He said, "Remember?" I'm crazy. Remember, chick? He's like, "Remember such and such in prom? You know, you did something with old girl in prom. Oh, we bringing that up right now?" And it's like, yeah. So they kind of they gave them like we was so friends for so long.
Childhood friends, yeah. Forget about it, cuz.
Hey, if you go back and watch Too Fast, Too Furious, man, it seems like that they was lovers. If you watch that movie, because every time
you left me behind, Brian.
Right, but every time he tried to holler at Eva Mendes, what's name would get on his case.
Yeah,
like, dude, do you want him? It's like, why the hell you keep? He was like, "What you doing, man? Why you always trying to talk to girls?" And he was like, "Man, look, I'm cool with something." Every time he try to look at her, he'll look at her,
or he'll pop up.
Look, he'll be smiling at her, and he'll turn around, Tyrese mugging.
Yeah,
it's like, Tyrese, are you jealous? Not jealous. Like, first you think that he's jealous because he want Eva Mendes for himself. No, I think you want Brian for yourself, bro, because you just like ridiculous on this case.
I don't know, bro. Anyways, so. You may be onto something with them having Brie Larson playing Brian O'Connor's long lost sister. I don't know. Like, it's too early to tell. She may just be like the new. They do need someone to fill out that roster, I guess. So I'm not against it.
Do we need that?
No.
But you saying fill out the Brian roster?
Yeah.
Oh, she's just a female Brian.
She's a female Brian.
It ain't gonna be Brandy. That's stupid.
Brandy O'Connor.
I guess they probably say, yeah, we do need.
But then, but O'Connor's not his real last name, right?
I think it was O'Connor.
Okay.
Well, no, I mean, it was Brian O'Connor, right? for
Yeah.
their character.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. Because he had a different name when he was undercover.
Right.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Whatever. But yeah, so she gonna come in. It's like
So she probably gonna be like a cop or something.
probably. It fits her. You know.
Like, oh, you Brian's sister. Oh, I see the family resemblance.
Yeah.
You know what? Stop trying.
You know
Stop trying to write clever
you know
dialogue.
You know the worst thing's gonna be, right?
What?
If she is Brian's sister, the lines between her and Tyrese are gonna be so painful to listen to.
Oh. You know what? They should have like a past relationship or something.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, you dumped me after after you got some. You just dumped me.
Hey, why you always bringing up the
It ain't
past,
my
Randy?
fault. You know, because your crazy ass brother, got me locked up. That's why I still like you though, girl.
You know it's gonna be so fucking
Fat chance now.
Oh God, it is going to be pain inducing.
Yeah.
I'm so
Agreed.
glad this franchise is wrapping up. I really am.
Hopefully. Because, I mean, look, okay, you know what? After the last movie, they really had nothing.
Yeah.
I'm watching this movie, I'm looking like, I got nothing left. The action scenes ain't even exciting no more.
No.
It's the same
like,
stuff.
They decided they were going to get 10 or 11 of these, so they're going to make 10 or 11 of them.
They hit their peak at 7.
Yeah.
8 was cool. 9 was like, why am I even here? Because I'm just saying, I felt like it felt so repetitive, man. And like the little magnet scene was cool, but we saw that in 6 Feet Under, done better.
6 Underground.
Whatever. With 6 Underground, we seen it done better just like a couple months before that. So it was like, y'all ain't got nothing left.
Yeah.
And if you're trying to tell a story, then that ship sailed like 8 movies ago. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, Brie Larson gonna be in Fast 10. I guess it's gonna be whatever. It's gonna be.
You know what? Like, can we at least get like Fast 10 back to the streets? Like,
I heard they're gonna go back to racing.
yeah.
That's kind of what I was hearing.
Leave the super spy stuff behind. Man.
Yeah, I mean, make it about make it about a big race or something.
Yeah.
Make it like Cannonball Run or something.
Yeah, it's like maybe there's some some sabotage going back and forth, but like that's the extent of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right. But other than that, we got superhero stuff like that.
Oh man.
Like what are you doing? So yeah.
Because like I thought they were going to like keep John Cena around to take up that Brian O'Connor role, but I haven't heard anything about him coming back. So
Yeah, I mean
he came in, he got paid for his work, and he left.
right. So I'm thinking they're using what's the name? So Brie Larson for his character. So whatever. I would.
But then apparently Vin Diesel doesn't like having anybody around who can punk him out. So
Yeah.
so.
So all right, moving on. You talking about because John Cena's bigger than him?
Yeah.
The way they got him, the way they playing him. Vin Diesel can't get punked out by nobody. I mean, you know how it is. Well,
Yeah.
in the Fast Furious.
Yeah. But like a lot of work goes into making sure that don't happen.
he beat The Rock up. He beat John Cena up. This dude, come on.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on, man. So next topic, we're gonna talk about Sonic 3. So Sonic 2 was a success.
Yeah.
So you already know Sonic 3. And I don't know if you want to hear this, but they got some stuff that's going on with this.
Oh.
So, all right. So Jim Carrey said he's not going to do it no more. He said retiring. We're not sure about that. He could. But they said they're going to do Sonic 3. I imagine they're going to have that's such bad actors too.
Yeah.
It's like they clearly wasn't reacting to nothing there.
But like that's part of the problem with having real people in this movie. Like I would have said the only real person that needed to be in this movie other than extras was Jim Carrey.
Right, yeah.
Because everything else is just Jim Carrey emoting and then CGI.
And Agent Stone.
And Agent we can keep Agent Stone. I like Agent Stone.
He gotta have his lackey.
Yeah. But like I don't mind.
I don't know why I started liking Agent Stone.
He's just a guy doing a job he really loves.
He's an idiot.
Yes, that too.
But no,
but like it's just CGI characters responding to CGI elements, You know, and then like you do whatever you need to make that. Like if you want to do a real environment, you can do that. You don't have to, but it's doable, right?
Yeah.
They're locked into it now.
So okay, so I hope you're ready for this, but
Probably
they talk.
not.
And you know what? This is the thing about Hollywood, man. Once something is successful, they always pick the wrong thing. I'm gonna stop it there because they talking about doing a Knuckles spinoff. And look, I was like, okay, I like Knuckles is an okay character, but he don't need his own freaking movie. You know?
Yeah.
And Hollywood always do that. Once you like it or tell them it's good, they just take it way too far and they just go, man, it's like Hollywood, hey, you look good today. Oh, shoot, I'm going to go be a model. I didn't say all that. I just said you look good today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
They always take it too. They always take the compliment and they go too far with it.
I'm even,
And then they beat it to the ground till you hate it.
I think I even know what they'll probably end up doing with the Knuckles spinoff. They're gonna turn him into Indiana Jones.
I don't care what I don't need that.
Cause
I don't need that.
Because then they can.
We got this. It's fun.
What the?
It's a commercial.
Okay.
I mean, it's a good commercial.
But because I can see them saying, yeah, and people like Rouge the Bat, so we can introduce her if he's like stopping her from stealing artifacts. And the thing I'm gonna say to that is, the wrong people like Rouge the Bat. I'm gonna be very clear on that. Those kind of Sonic fans like Rouge the Bat.
Look, and this is the thing. Now
I'm talking about furries. I'm talking about
right,
furries.
right. I heard there's a thing with that, like Sonic, people dressing up like Sonic and fairies, and so they're gonna introduce Shadow. This is fun.
Yeah.
They're gonna do more of the game mythology in the next movie. Fun, cool. We don't need spinoffs. We don't need to don't take it to the next level.
Yeah.
Just make this next part 3.
Because look, this is what terrifies me, right? So let's say we give Knuckles a spinoff and it doesn't do terrible money wise, right?
Yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about critical reception. We already know what that's gonna look like. But let's say it does okay money wise. So we do Sonic 3.
Which is all they care about.
Which is all they care about, right? Sonic 3 comes out. People like Shadow. We give Shadow a spinoff. Now we know what his game spinoff looked like. Do we really want to entertain Shadow on a motorcycle with a gun?
I'm gonna tell you what, the intro was the dopest part of that game.
But
that
then
intro was badass. When you play the game, like, man, this game's so stupid.
Because you know what? The intro makes it look cool, but then you stop and think, why would he need any of this?
Man, I'm gonna have to find that intro. Because they got they playing this badass rock music.
Like, he coming in.
He got a Harley.
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck intro got a Harley?
You know, like, he got the 9 on him.
Right, he got guns. He got a Harley. What the hell?
Like,
but it's badass.
The action movie script that became Shadow the Hedgehog's intro, I want that
down
movie.
for that spinoff. Right, I'm down for that spinoff. Because what are we gonna get? I have no idea.
Like,
it's not gonna be for kids.
Just like an R-rated movie with a CG hedgehog as the main character.
I'm in. Count me in. That sounds fun.
God.
But no, they talking about they're gonna do a Knuckles spinoff. So I don't know how that's gonna
I've
turn
now
out.
talked myself into a Shadow the Hedgehog movie.
Hey man, when I was thinking about the intro, what I was thinking about, if they do something with that intro.
That intro was so badass. it didn't need to be.
But yeah, they talking about Knuckles spinoff. We'll see. You know, get it how you live. But yeah, I can't wait to see what they want to do with the Shadow character. And I thought they would need Dr. Robotnik to.
So did I. I will say at least like, they might be able to use some stock footage of Robotnik. Just like, you remember Robotnik? Well, his grandfather, you know.
Yeah, right. Whatever.
Gerald.
It's just like who's gonna be because Shadow can't just be the villain by itself.
Because like,
He ain't got no
if I remember in
personality
the
for that.
game, it was like Robotnik was basically, yeah, my grandfather made. This asshole is stealing your look.
Was that where Shadow didn't? I thought Robotnik had made Shadow like a clone, right?
He's a clone of Sonic and an alien species called, I forget what they're called. It's black something.
Okay.
But he was made by Robotnik's grandfather.
Oh. Okay, so
Yeah.
or I guess we don't. I guess we can do that then. So moving on. That's what happens
For the
that's
government as a super weapon.
Okay, that's what's happening with Sonic 3. So they got a show coming out, a spinoff from a movie series. Percy Jackson.
Yeah,
Did you like that?
it was alright.
I personally never. They're making a series
I
out of it.
forgot they had her play Medusa.
Yeah, they having a series, and they're using the kid from that Project Adam as Percy Jackson.
Huh.
So I guess they kind of going back and making him a little younger,
I can see him as a younger Percy Jackson, I guess.
right? Which
Precocious, a
'cause
little too much mouth.
I imagine the books always was real popular.
Mm.
So they feel like even though the movie, I don't think the movie was a flop, but it didn't do.
It didn't do what they wanted it to.
Or they thought it was gonna be. They thought it was gonna be the next Harry
It was
Potter.
supposed to be the next Harry Potter, yeah.
They actually thought that these books.
Well, like every one of those like when the books have solid audiences and then the movies always flop.
Yeah.
Artemis Fowl.
Yep. Same
Yeah.
deal. Would that be YA? Would that be a little younger?
I think it
Like that might be like that preteen audience.
preteen. Some of it skews YA, but
Yeah.
like Percy Jackson, I think goes YA every now and again. I'm not I've only read a couple of the books,
Right.
but
because of the popularity of books or whatever, they feel like,
yeah,
we're gonna we can make a series out, which might make it a little better. You know what I'm saying? Opposed to watching the movie, because they can flesh it out more. Opposed to, you look like you really enjoying that. It was 2 movies.
I forgot all these people were in these movies.
Right.
Like,
They
real
actually got
actors.
people that we know. And,
Yeah.
The actual Brandon T. Jackson, named Jackson, he was just, sidekick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I never really watched these movies, man. I kind of watched the first one.
I know
A
I
little,
I
but I
know I
wasn't
watched
really
the first
into
one. I don't know if I've seen any of the second one or not.
Yeah, so apparently, they're making a series off that. And, I mean, I guess.
It might work better as a series than it did as movies.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I said. You can flesh it out more.
Yeah.
And
I'll even say this. I hope they stick to their target audience with this.
well, since they're going younger,
Since they're going younger, it looks like that's what they're going to do, and it is going to be a TV show, so it'll hopefully be more accessible.
yeah,
Because, honestly, adapting this stuff, like the zeitgeist around Harry Potter was idiosyncratic. It shouldn't have worked, right?
But I remember when Harry Potter was first coming out, and I remember people talking about it like it was crazy. I never heard of it.
Yeah.
And then people was like, they're making a movie out of Harry Potter.
I think one of the things that helped with Harry Potter was the books were still coming out.
Mm.
So it's like you watch the first movie and you can go pick up the second book, and then the third book isn't out yet. So it's like.
But see, also what helped Harry Potter, those kind of books was never being adapted to movies.
No.
You know what I'm saying? And they had this
before
following.
Harry Potter, it was just Lord of the Rings.
Right, but I want to say they had a following with all younger people.
Yeah.
And they didn't get no movies adaptations.
Right.
And they did, and they said, damn, this is several. Make all the other ones. You know what I'm saying? So that's where you got stuff like Percy Jackson and
Like
so on and so forth.
And I think it's also rare for that stuff to get adapted into movies in general. So like some of the other ones that got turned into TV shows, like Sword of Truth, got turned into I think 2 different TV shows. Tales of Shannara got turned into a TV show that no one ever heard about because they didn't have any advertising budget.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
Yeah, so a lot of that stuff just like it gets adapted into a TV show and it gets put on some local station,
I think it's going to be on Netflix.
So like I think the streaming environment is gonna make the stuff a little more accessible, a little more profitable.
Right. But see,
And
that's like you said, it'd be on some local station. That's before they had faith.
WGN.
Right. USA.
Yeah.
That's before they had faith in this stuff. Now they got a lot of faith in it because it made so much money. If they think they could tap into the Harry Potter money, you know what I'm saying, they're going to do it. But you dreaming. If you think it's Percy Jackson is going to come anywhere close to Harry Potter.
This is not Harry Potter. This is not Game of Thrones. You know. But like,
yeah.
because I think like I think they've got like Percy Jackson comics that have done well.
Thing is, if they just, in which they might be doing, slow it down, do it right, maybe I can sit down and watch this and enjoy it.
It's like,
because they always put their cart before the horse.
Yeah.
And they always think, we're going to get this merchandise, we can sell toys, we can sell mugs, we can do this, da-da-da-da.
and I think
Stop
with
thinking
stuff
like
this,
that.
you have
Get
to
your story first.
Get your story first, but also make the stuff your target audience wants to see, right?
Yeah.
The kids that are into Percy Jackson are probably going to respond better to a Percy Jackson show than they did the movies. Because the movies, you got to use who's hot. So like I think the youngest one, when they made that first one, Logan Lerman was probably the biggest name amongst young actors.
Yeah.
That didn't work out for him.
Was that the kid from Maze Runner? That wasn't the same kid.
I think that's the same kid.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's another YA story.
Yeah.
So anyway,
But,
we're going to move on.
He aged out of that too quick.
Yeah,
so.
I know, because he was in the Sassy movie, like, looked like he was 34. And I was like, damn, the dude went from 14 to 34 in 3 years. So anyway, moving on, man. The next movie we're talking about, Barbie. They're all going to make a Barbie movie. But guess who's going to be the Barbie? Which I was like, it works. Your girl Margot Robbie, she signed on to be played Barbie. She's the hottest blonde in Hollywood right now.
Yeah, I mean, if, like about 9 years ago, it probably would have been Yvonne Strahovski, but also
I always thought Pamela Anderson was going to be before she.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, her in her heyday.
In her heyday, it would have been her.
But she couldn't act though.
But like,
but who is Barbie?
Yeah.
Maybe they doing something real with this, but
like,
this.
I'd be curious to know what they plan to do with this.
Okay, this is what I think it is. Okay, so they were saying Will Ferrell is going to be in this. Hear me out. He's going to be like a owner of the toy company, I guess Mattel. So hold on. I'm thinking they might say they're going to take inspiration from a real person to make Barbie.
Okay, so she's going to be the Barbie that inspires the doll.
Right.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was like the doll was inspired by a real blind person. So it's kind of like it could be actually a nice story there. You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
It can work. I ain't say it's going to work.
Like if they did this in the vein of that McDonald's movie.
Like The Founder, yeah. Now I don't know if it's going to be like that. This is just my guess though, because from what I was hearing, that would actually make it interesting.
Yeah. One thing I definitely
just don't do no
surrealistic. This is Barbie, but like real life.
Yeah,
like,
don't give me that.
Yeah. Like,
I like the idea
because like I think that's just creepy for everyone involved.
Oh no, guess who's playing Ken though? And I can't believe he signed on for it. Ryan Gosling.
Okay.
But it don't seem like the kind of thing he'll sign on for, unless it's what we was talking about.
Yeah.
Actually, real
if there's
telling of where Barbie comes from.
Yeah, I feel like if you're gonna get both of them involved on this, there has to be some real meat on the bone there from a story standpoint.
Yeah, I can't fathom because Ryan Gosling seemed like the kind of person that want to do stuff that's like real, kind of like artsy, kind of things that's got real
heft.
Right.
Yeah.
And he ain't just doing stuff for paychecks. But we don't know because sometimes it's like, I don't want to do nothing for the paycheck and these all zeros.
But
okay,
this is a good paycheck.
So I don't know, but yeah, and I'm looking
I'd be curious to see what they're trying to do with that.
Right, it could go two ways, you know.
Because is it
because
I never for live action or
it's live action.
Okay, so if it's live action, I feel like it's got to be that.
Right, because I mean they could do a Barbie story and be like, but what story have they ever came up for Barbie? Like, did Barbie ever have like a backstory? Like
No.
right?
Uh,
Or you might not even know,
Well,
but
well,
like how
to,
they
to
say,
the best of my knowledge, they do Barbie like they do a lot of these toy things that get adapted, where it's like, oh, the canon is loose, so we can fit these characters into whatever narrative we want at the time. The backstory isn't important; the characterization is important.
right? But what would like when He-Man dolls come out, they could bring out a comic book and a cartoon,
Yeah.
so you know the mythology.
Like,
Da da da.
I'm sure
They never had brought out all that other.
I'm sure they've done that with Barbie at some point, but I don't think it's become big enough amongst that crowd because it's never left that crowd. You know what I mean? Where it's like there's
Yeah.
people who didn't grow up with He-Man toys who have read He-Man comics.
Right.
Yeah.
But they gave you the story when they gave you the toy.
Yeah.
So it's like,
Well, I know they used to they used to ship some of those toys with like little CDs and DVDs.
right. I
For
think
a while.
at some point they did have like a little Barbie cartoon.
But like it was always self-contained, right? It was like that was the story of this toy line, right?
right.
So it's like this isn't Barbie in general. This is Malibu Barbie's life is like this, and yada yada yada. At least from what I remember tangentially, you know.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Right. What is Malibu Barbie? Is it just her in a swimsuit? Like, I mean, is
Yeah.
it when she's on vacation?
Yeah.
I don't know what the Malibu
Yeah, I
Barbie
don't-
means, but opposed to the regular Barbie.
yeah, you know. So it's like
And then she had a couple friends too, right?
yeah,
I know. I remember it was a black one.
yeah.
My cousins
Yeah.
used to always have a black Barbie doll, which I guess that she wasn't Barbie. She was like Barbie friend.
Yeah.
I think I don't know.
You know, it's like for one, it's like when the story is made to sell the toy that they're already trying to sell, that always ends up being its own thing.
Yeah.
But again, neither one of us ain't ever been exactly the target audience of Barbie dolls or associated media, so we don't know.
But no, if they do something like we were saying though,
If it's the
that makes
story-
it interesting.
If it's the story of how where the Barbie doll came from,
The
and
inspiration for the Barbie
inspiration,
doll
you know,
is this part, and it could be like either romantic, tragic, or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like she could have been like an interesting person
Yeah.
that inspired this man. You know,
It's like I felt like she could do anything. And I thought we should have a toy for girls like that
Right.
that can do anything.
right.
Yeah.
Right. Make her interesting.
Yeah.
Don't just make her a dumb blind, please.
Yeah, please. Like just a cheerleader who like
Yeah.
just that type. Like don't do that. Like
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah.
Could be interesting. How about say looks? I don't know yet.
could be.
Could be interesting. All right, man. That's all the new news they got. So we can go ahead and wrap up. Anybody still watching the video? Please subscribe to the channel. We're gonna try to do the movie news once a week if we can, and talk about up and coming stuff. Give our opinions on it. So if you like our content, please subscribe to the channel and make sure you hit that bell icon so you get alerts every time we post new videos or if we live stream.
And don't forget, if you like what you've seen here today, hit that thumbs up down below. And don't forget to comment down below. I just want to I just want to know how many of y'all remember that Shadow the Hedgehog game, man, because that
Hold on.
intro, we need that.
Let me
that
see if I can
intro.
find that real quick.
Oh man, because that intro went so hard for no reason.
I know.
Like you know what? That was a Michael Bay. Like
right up. Shadow Hedgehog intro.
you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know if they called Michael Bay or James
It was on
Gunn,
GameCube.
because that thing was dope, man.
It was to the point where you think you playing a whole nother game. I need this movie. Time to save the world. All right, so
You know what?
Point is,
Worst thing about it is like I'm realizing I still remember that song.
I'm looking like, dude, how they go from running and jumping on stuff to load the Uzi, ride a Harley.
Like how did we get to this point?
I don't know, but I'll tell you this. Oh, they got a little Sonic in it. I'm like, hey, gotta go fast. Hey, friends. Hey, shout out to me, man. Man, get your. Ain't bulletproof. See, movies ain't ready for Shadow.
Nah.
That's what it is. They ain't ready for Shadow.
That boy real. He for all
And
the
the
smoke.
story,
man.
the game is not good. The
No.
story is stupid. They got all these dumb aliens. Like, look at this dude. I'm like, well, where does the alien come from? Like, the only thing good about Shadow game is Shadow's a cool character.
Yeah.
Which you can
And
definitely do
hyper
something with.
violent.
Yeah. All right, y'all. We're gonna be out. We out of here. Thanks for checking out. We out of here.
All Hail Shadow.
Really?
That's the name of his theme song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. His theme. This theme.
All right. We out of here. Peace.
Peace, y'all.